All right, what's up, guys? This is Ryan from Elevate Security. Welcome back to another video. Now, in this one, we're going to be looking at a service called RPC. Port 111 is what you normally see this thing running on. As we'll see, where is it? Right here, rpcbind. So if you see this, it could correspond to a number of RPC services. So we want to find out what services are actually running here. So in this case, what I would do is run rpc info-p, which if we go to the man page really quickly here for rpc info, we'll see that the -p flag corresponds to probe. So we want to do a probe so we can display a list of all the registered RPC programs. So effectively, we can see what is actually running on the system, because just port 111 on its own, it could be a number of different things. So when we run rpc info-p and then the IP address, now we'll see that it's actually running NFS, which is the network file system. So think of this as a file system like on your computer, but accessible by anyone in the network. So effectively, you're mounting a file system, your local file system, you're mounting that so that it's accessible to anyone on the network. So another way we could see this is, and kind of verify this, is we'll see port, which one is it? 2049 NFS is running here, RPC NFS. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some further enumeration on NFS. Now, in order to do that, we can use the show mount command, which show mount here, it will show you all the mount points, the mount information for an NFS server. So that's why we're using this command line utility here. So we'll use that with a -e flag and give it the target IP address. Now here's something very interesting. When we run this, we see that it's exporting the entire file system from the root onward. So that is where the vulnerability is here. So if it's exporting the entire file system, we can actually, and because we know not only is it doing that, it's also it also has SSH open on it. So what we can do is actually mount the SSH key and be able to access the system through SSH. So the way we would go about doing that is, let me just go ahead and change over to my root account. And what I'm going to do is do an SSH keygen to generate a public-private key pair. And let's see. All right, so we have, see, we've generated that. And what I'm going to do from here actually is I'm going to make a directory called temp/root, like so. And now I'm going to go ahead and mount that file system there. So we can use the mount command line utility in order to do that. Has the IP address, and we'll tell it to mount the root file system on temp root. So now that we've done that, we should be able to go ahead and move over our public key into there. So we'll do it like so. We're going to append it to temp root. And we're going to actually append it, our public key, over to the mounted NFS here, so that we actually get it onto the share. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and unmount the file system, because we no longer need that mounted on our system. And since we've done that, we should be able to just straight up SSH into this box, because we have our key over there now. So let's give that a try by doing SSH root at this. And boom, we don't even need the password. We don't even need to know, in this case, we don't even need to know the SSH password for the root account, because we straight up copied our key over there. And the reason we were able to do this was, again, the vulnerability, that the fact that they mounted their entire file system onto the NFS, like as an NFS share. So because they did that, we can access their SSH, the root SSH authorized key directory, and we could just straight up move over our public key over to there, and then we can just straight up connect through SSH, no password required. And as you can see, we are the root account, and yeah, we can see everything here. So yeah, that's pretty much, I know I said it, yeah, see, like I was saying earlier, was the basically the, when you see NFS, think what information can I get? Now, if you take that a step further, you'll see that you combine different things that are open, different ports that are open, and it can combine in ways that could allow you to get code execution on the box. In this case, NFS by itself being mountable fully like this, you know, it wouldn't, our mileage would have varied if SSH wasn't open on this box. But when you combine the fact that they mounted the full file system on NFS with the fact that they have SSH running on port 22, we can just go ahead and exploit that to the full extent here. So yeah, I hope this video was of help. I will see you guys in the next video. We'll keep rattling through our findings here. So I guess the next one up on our list will be SMB, which is a very lucrative port to find open oftentimes, especially when you're considering older, more vulnerable systems. So we'll get to that in the next one, and I'll see you guys later.